Let's give it up for Tamishia Henry.
The missing piece. You know, sometimes as women, we can try to fill that missing piece with all kinds of things, don't we, ladies?
Yeah.
We can fill it up with relationships, marriages, children, money, or lack of money. But sometimes as women, I think one universal thing we can all struggle with filling up for the missing piece is food.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the chocolate.
Now, when I think about the Bible, one person that stands out to me that had a struggle with food is Eve.
Yeah.
It wasn't the same kind of struggle we have, though. I mean, she was struggling with fruit. We had that struggle. You struggle with eating too many grapes. I don't think so. But she was a brave sister, though. Now, I don't know about you, but if a snake came up to me and said hi, I would have been gone away. I mean, I wouldn't have been having no conversation if he come up, excuse, As soon as I saw him, I'll be gone. Now, one thing that I think is interesting is that when you struggle with food, I mean, we all can stand to lose maybe a couple pounds, right?
Yeah.
You know, maybe 50, But what's interesting about Eve is that Satan tempted her with fruit, maybe an apple. Now, if I was in the garden, you know, I'd be living it up real good.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna make me fall over no apple. He better resurrect a big old Snickers tree.
Yeah!
You know, he better resurrect a big steak tree, rated A1 sauce. You know, Eve was not exposed to the world like we are. You know, she ain't know nothing about McDonald's.
Oh, right.
You know, which is surprising because we know there's a McDonald's everywhere you go. Well, no McDonald's in Eve. She didn't know about that 99-cent menu. Boy, if I was in the garden, I'd be struggling, boy, if he resurrected a McRib tree. Oh, boy, I'd be making, you know, ornaments out of pickles and stuff. I'd be trying to hide it real good. I'd be taking that tree back to my tent and hope God don't notice. Oh, it's a Christmas tree. Merry Christmas. I know it's a few thousand years early. But we know food is not the missing piece, don't we, ladies?
Right.
It is not food. And I know Eve found that out the hard way. But it is important, right, that we eat healthy. We all know it, we see the commercials. I don't know if you remember, maybe a couple years back, there was this new thing that came out called the Body Magic. Now, if you didn't hear about it, all that was a super tight girdle that came this high. But the people who had it swore by it. Oh, as soon as you put it on, you lose 10 pounds. I guess so. As tight as that thing is. All it was displacement. It pushed all the fat down to the ankle. People walking around losing balance. Wondering why their socks don't fit no more. They ain't fit the shoes. Payless got a whole lot of business then. But I tell you one thing, you can always tell who just got one. They'll wear it, think they looking real cute, coming to church. As soon as they get there, they so pale. They look like Jesus just resurrected, coming into church. Now, I know you want to be spiritual, but that ain't the way to go. You know, sometimes in the congregation, people like to sit together with ministries. Teens might sit over here. Do we have anybody in the campus? Couple campus might sit over here. But in hindsight, we should have had in the back a body magic section.
Body magic?
Because they needed special needs, all right, that Jesus wasn't going to heal. They could all sit together so they can each of them pass that oxygen mask, pass it around like they take a communion. What we should have had by the baptistry was maybe a stretcher. Easy to get them out if they fainted. They really came to lay their burdens down. I mean, seriously. But we know that the body magic was not the missing piece, don't we, ladies? You know, one thing when I read the scriptures, it's easy to find out that Jesus was the missing piece. All right, he is the missing piece. Can I get an amen? Amen. All right. Now, one thing that I think about when I think about Jesus is a lot of times he talked about love your neighbor. Love your neighbor. The most important command, love your neighbor. And after a while of reading it, you have to start to wonder, who was Jesus' neighbor? That he had to focus on loving so much, love your neighbor. Because he grew up just like us. He may have had a neighbor that make you want to pack up in the middle of the night and move.
Right.
You know, I think about, what if Jesus had a neighbor such as Archie Bunker? Anybody ever watched that show, Archie Bunker?
Yes. Eat
It's a
it.
show that came back in the 70s. Reruns still come on. It's about this guy named Archie, and he's just an obnoxious kind of guy. Thinks he knows it all, doesn't really know much anything. And his wife is this petite, you know, just nervous woman that's trying to please him, you know. So I wonder when Jesus growing up as a boy, going over to the Bunker's house, what a typical day will look like as he goes to serve. The doorbell. Ding dong. Oh, ow! Get it out! Auntie, it's the neighbor! Oh, jeez, eat up! What's he want? Tell he's supposed to go home. Auntie! He says his world is not from his home, Auntie! Well, tell him we ain't here. Archie says we ain't here. Oh, you. We standing right here. Tell him we ain't gonna feed him. Oh, Archie. He says he has food we know nothing about, Archie. You. What are you talking about? He's got everlasting water. Where you get that from? I know Joe ain't got no well. Jeez Louise. Where did he get that from? Are they thieving down there? Archie! He says he's gonna come back like a thief in the night, Archie! I'm calling the cops! But one thing I think that is interesting is how we're all so diverse here. And I love that. But sometimes I wonder what it would be like if there was a really famous entertainer that changed their life over for Jesus and came a part of our congregation. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yes.
What if somebody like Prince? Prince, the musician from the 80s,
Purple
he
rain.
turned it all around and was here to entertain us tonight.
All right.
I want you to imagine imagine what the song service would look like.
Coach tonight. He was formerly known as Big Sign, but has now understood the signs, and he is here to perform for us. He is a songwriter, musician, and actor. You might remember him in The Purple Rain. He has produced 10 platinum albums. He has won Grammy Awards, Academy Awards, and has performed in the Super Bowl. He is known for his vocal range and his flamboyant stage presence and outrageous costumes. We remember his hit, Little Red Corvette, the classic Kiss, and we gonna party like it's 1999, coming all the way from Minneapolis to encourage us because he has finally found the missing piece. Here with us tonight, singing a new song, Body Magic Purple Rain. Give it up for Prince!
The body magic never meant to cause you sorrow. Oh, it never meant to cause you any pain. When a girl made it hot for you to laugh, girl. I only want to see you laughing in that purple rain.
Purple rain.
Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. I